ACC basketball is being brought to you by Food Lion, by Geico, by Pepsi, by Bud Light, by your Carolina Chrysler dealer, by Advance Auto Parts, and by Alltel.
North Carolina has started more freshmen than this year. Despite their inexperience, the Tar Heels have won 6 of their last 7 games. Tonight they're on the road at the RBC, where 5 players are averaging 10-plus points a game. North Carolina State leads the pack of teams behind Duke, and tonight they're looking for revenge. The Tar Heels and Wolfpack in a classic ACC matchup. Next. RBC Center is rocking already. Carolina, 7 of its last 9. NC State has won all 6 of its ACC home games. So tonight, something's got to give. Tim Brandt, Billy Packer with you at the RBC Center. It is sold out. And this is Judgment Week as people are making a run trying to get into the NC2A tournament. The officials tonight, Brian Kersey, Les Jones, John Cahill. And we're underway in Raleigh. Cedric Simmons, who have 27 tips this year, and State has it first. Foul will be on Noel, his first. Food Line starting lineups look like this. For North Carolina, it's Terry, Noel, Hansbrough, and the 2 guards, Miller and Frazier. For NC State, Brackman, Simmons, Betterman, Bethel, and Atzor. Ilian Eftimov did warm up, but did not start. He has a sprained ligament in his left foot and sat out Saturday at Virginia Tech.
Tim, every time I see Brackman, he gets bigger. You know, when you think about how much bigger and stronger he is than a year ago, and it seems that this season progresses, he keeps getting stronger.
Andrew Brackman, 6'10", 235-pound sophomore. This is Terry with Carolina's first shot, and he banks it in. We're
Not the most improved guy in terms of scoring production from last year to this year, and shows you why. Terrific inside penetration.
Averaged 2 points a game last year. Averages 14 now.
Up 12-1.
This is Bethel.
Boy, some nice physical matchups in this game, size-wise.
But it's not even close by Bennerman.
Bennerman has been really on fire of late. Very uncharacteristic of him to take the shot and miss by that much. I think it kind of surprised him. Terry's got such a long wingspan, and jump shooters have problems when they're playing against a guy that's about 3 inches taller, but then the tremendous wingspan takes away some of that eyesight.
David Noel gives Carolina the 2-point lead. Foul.
Inside, Hansbrough. Battling inside with Simmons, picks up a cheap one.
His first. As you look at Roy Williams, he's never lost to NC State in his head coaching career. He's 2-0 at the RBC Center. And Simmons will finish.
NC State really spreads you out. Even though Simmons is a low post player, he knows how to move without the ball as well.
Noel draws iron. Carolina comes up with a rebound.
Terry got smacked right in the face. He's squinting his eye. I don't think he's got a real good look at that basket.
Hansbrough against Simmons. They double down on Hansbrough.
Tough to double him. His hands are so strong.
He's going to have to work tonight to get it over to Big Simmons.
Well, he had 20 points against Simmons in the last encounter. Went to the foul line 14 times and made 14, which is the best anybody has done in the ACC this year. But Simmons, as we know, has had some sensational games against good people.
North Carolina beat State January 7th, 82-69. 69 with 3 minutes to play. And Carolina finished with the last 13 points of the game.
Made 26 of 28 free throws in that ball game, which really set that aside.
Brackman, good power move.
Not often do you see somebody overpower Noel, but he certainly did there.
State by 2. Frazier looks over the defense. Miller for three.
Mistake by Brackman. Miller is not going to drive the ball, so even though you're a bigger guy, you can afford to go out there and take away his jump shot, make him put it on the floor.
One of those guys, Billy's hitting 43% beyond the arc. You want to jump him.
Absolutely, and he's going to take 80% of his shots are going to be beyond the arc. Brackman should have been right in his face.
Here's Bethel.
Hansbrough fighting over the top of Simmons.
That's her shot is short.
Early in this ball game, particularly with Hansbrough picking up that cheap foul early, the ball should go into Simmons more often.
Brackman does jump Miller. Hansbrough way clock at 15. Noel left alone. He's fouled. Foul will be on Tony Bethel. Here's a look, Billy, at the 4 keys of the game.
Upset the balance of power. Both of these teams certainly have the potential to do that. And keep Tyler Hansbrough out of the paint, out of the office. I think
it's George Washington's
presidential position right here. It's very difficult to keep that young man out of anything that he wants. His hands are so good, footwork is so good, and now he has 8 Rookie of the Weeks so far to his credit. Only Kenny Anderson standing in his way with.
David Noel makes 1 of 2, and the 6'2" senior out of Durham, North Carolina, who's just a 66% free throw shooter, has Carolina up by 2. Down low, Bethel banks it in.
Miller got caught not seeing the ball and his man. An easy cut for a basket. Miller not a bad defender guarding a man while he's dribbling, but obviously didn't get the job done there.
Terry beyond the arc. Another long rebound taken by Hansbrough. Terry lost it on the way up and still finished.
And a nice no call by the official. Commitment was not made by Brackman defensively. Terry was already in position. It's not the first time Terry has shown how high he can elevate with those long arms.
Nice give and go. Bennerman lost it on the way up, but he's fouled. 15:06 to play. First half. 2-point game.
Keep it under 200.
Drink a Pepsi and you could win an all-new 2007 Chevy Tahoe customized by Jeff Gordon. Or tricked out by Exhibit.
Don't scratch the 24s.
We're single day for 70 days during the free ride sweepstakes. Get details at PepsiFreeRide.com.
ACC Legends, brought to you by Food Lion. The Terps could always count on Buck Williams' shooting touch and agility around the boards. Scoring double figures each year of his Maryland career, Williams also averaged 10.9 rebounds a game and still holds the number 5 spot in the ACC record book with a career field goal percentage of 61.5. Buck Williams, Maryland legend. Food Lion, proud official corporate partner of the ACC.
You want the candy? You can't have the candy. They call me the bus driver, kid, because I'm about to take you to school. Vader! Oh!
Hey. What are you guys looking at? Nothing.
With Alltel's All Access Pass, you get unlimited video, picture, and text messaging and more, all for one low monthly price. And it's only at Alltel.
0% financing is back. Announcing 0% financing for 60 months on Chrysler minivans and Pacificas. Save up to $7,000 on Town & Country with the government's highest 5-star frontal crash test rating. Or Town & Country LX with the industry's first and only Stow-N-Go seating and storage system. And Chrysler Pacifica with more available safety and security features than any vehicle in its class. So take advantage of this great offer today. 0% is back. Get 0% by Pacifica. Hurry, offer ends February 28th.
Welcome back inside, everybody. Tim Brand along with Billy Packer. Billy, 5 minutes into the game, 2-point Carolina lead. Your impressions early on?
Well, one of the things that's very obvious is North Carolina's having a hard time with the back cuts, and State really, which they like to do offensively, getting away with the back cuts for easy layups. In 2 cases now, we've seen a State player fouled from behind, Carolina not getting in good position defensively.
Carolina leads this series big, straight against NC State. And there's the story of the game. Ilya Eftimov has just checked in. He sprained ligament in his left foot. He sat out Saturday at Virginia Tech. Warmed up, looked solid in warm-ups, Billy. I couldn't understand why he didn't start, but here he is now.
I saw him walking into the arena tonight. He walked without any kind of a noticeable limp at all. And then, as you pointed out, we watched him in the warm-ups, and he looked very natural to me. I mean, there was no limp. He didn't seem to concern himself about going up on his jump shot. So it looks like he can play. We'll see how he can go at full speed here.
Benjamin makes him fourth tie of the game. No turnovers yet in a very well-played first 5 minutes.
If you're Frazier and you've got Eftimov on you, the first time you get that ball, there's Hansbrough where he loves to be, ridden underneath. Not a smart foul. F2, don't pick up the third one.
Then McCauley came under him and rode him out.
You see the good pass on the inside. McCauley had just gotten into the ball game. You don't want to commit a cheap foul like that.
So Hansbrough, as you mentioned, Billy, he gets to the line quite a bit. He's a 75% free throw shooter.
He's been to the line more than anybody in the Atlantic Coast Conference. Just think about this, 8.35 times to the line as a freshman. Number 2 is J.J. Redick, a senior who's a great scorer at times to the line. That is so incredible.
Unusual.
Sheldon Williams is the 3rd guy in the league. He's only 7.5.
Tony Bethel carries it. Alltel presents the Alltel ACC trivia question. Tyler Hansbrough is the NC2A's most accurate shooter amongst freshmen. Who is the ACC all-time freshman field goal shooting leader? Stay tuned. We'll have the answer for you coming up a little bit later in the second half.
Should we give him a hint that the guy did play at North Carolina?
I think everybody knows he played in 1 or 2 of these games or do it.
Right.
Shot clock at 15. This is for 3.
That's getting right out on Miller. No pump fake to go by at all. Miller's going to take the jump shot. Good defense by Atsu.
Here's Eftimov.
There's that back cut.
Down low, kick it out. This is for 3. Where Bethel had a wide open look. Frazier pushes it. He may have gotten away with a walk.
He did get by with a walk. In the first game, Frazier was 6 for 9 at 17 points. A long one, surprisingly. Quick shot with nobody underneath.
Cameron Benjamin from way outside. Ill-advised. Here's Frazier. Quick tempo to Hansbrough down deep. Knocked out of bounds.
Nice job by Benjamin going down below, knowing Hansbrough was going to hold that ball right around his chest.
Tar Heel basketball, and again some changes are made. Cedric Simmons comes back into the ball game for NC State. Gavin Grant checks in for the first time. Terry comes back. Ginyard is into the ball game as well as Noel goes out.
McCauley got out of there. McCauley was going to get State in a lot of trouble because he was having all kinds of problems trying to front Hansbrough. They're going to get some easy baskets made there.
This is Terry.
Nice block out by Eftimov.
Matsua sets the offense. Cross court pass to Benjamin. That's for 3.
Eftimov, one of the really good passers from the perimeter. He's got size. He knows how to pass the ball accurately. Good tie-up.
Sanders has it knocked away, and the foul will be called on Eftimov.
You know, Tim, we talk about these runs that between State and Carolina. Roy Williams with the 5-0. Dean Smith against Norm Sloan won 11 of the first 12. Then Sloan turned around and beat him 9-0. You go back through the history of these two teams. I think one of the all-timers, when Frank McGuire played his first game against NC State at Carolina, they beat State in every case. You know what he did after the game?
What's that?
Had his players cut down the nets. Now, can you imagine? You know, you want to wonder, why did this rivalry ever start? Can you imagine doing something like that?
And the foul is on Bennerman. That's his first.
Second foul we've seen under the basket that was not a good foul to make.
Terry has hit 73 of the 94 free throws this year and misses that one. Very unusual. Tony Bethel checks back into the ball game, and Cameron Bennerman will get his first rest.
Terry with a couple of huge games, that game against Kentucky, then a 24-point game he had against Wake Forest. Young man really coming on to be one of the premier players in the league.
Terry gives Carolina the lead. 5 points.
Back to my story. Do you think you'd get out alive today?
No, absolutely not. I'm surprised they did that.
It's amazing. I was in Cameron, over in the old Reynolds Coliseum, too.
Hatcher takes it all the way. Tight reverse layup. Here's Thomas, top of the key. Terry has it knocked back.
Ginyard's getting their hands on a lot of balls.
This is for 2. And knocked out of bounds by NC State. Tar Heels lead the league in rebound margin and are out rebounding their opponents in the last 10 games. As you look at Herb Sendek, who turns 43 today. So everybody's been singing happy birthday to him at the RBC Center.
And he would have some birthday present if he wins this game. He'll tie Everett Case with 191 wins. Pretty good company. A Hall of Famer.
This is Noel for 3. There's Cedric. Simmons at 6'9", 230 is going to have to come up big tonight.
For the back cut. Bethel had one. He didn't take advantage.
Simmons left alone. Splash! NC State by 4, their largest lead.
State really doing a good job now getting out on the ball. Their hands have been quick. Interior tough.
Tough shot, battle of the boards. Cedric Simmons again. Effed him off beyond the arm.
Got touched on the arm. No call made.
That is for 3 more.
That's a tough break for Eftemoff. He got fouled up, turned around, takes one away from State, gives North Carolina a basket.
And that's Ginyard's first. 18-17. Eftemoff with a good spin move, and they're going to call him on an offensive wraparound. 10:33 to play in the first half. It's a 1-point game. We'll be back.
Come on! Save yourself! Get there. Yeah. Get that. Dave, not cool.
Refreshingly smooth Bud Light. Always worth it.
You see my moves back there? Still got it.
I love this breakfast bistro sandwich. It's like inspiring me to get up in the morning and get out the door.
Wow, honey, I'm glad you finally have a reason to get out of bed in the morning. I mean, aside from your loving wife, your job.
Right.
It's very important.
Yeah. It's great when you find number 1.
Breakfast Bistro Sandwich. New at Sonic. Eggs, cheese, and bacon. And now, swipe a credit or My Sonic card from your car. Only at Sonic.
25 hours a day, 8 days a week, 366 days a year. Keeping pace with today's small business owner isn't just a job for their workforce. It's a job for their bank. Which is why RBC Centura now offers businesses the resources of one of the largest financial networks anywhere. Accessible in real time through real people. at your nearby banking center. The local decision-making power of RBC Centura. It's where down to earth gets down to business.
0% financing is back. 60 months on our full lineup of Jeep vehicles. With 0% financing, you'll save up to $8,000 on the new Jeep Commander with 3 rows of 7-passenger stadium seating. Grand Cherokee with the government's highest 5-star crash test rating. Jeep Liberty, the best-selling SUV in its class. And Jeep Wrangler. So act now before this great offer ends. 0% is back. Get 0% financing for 60 months on all Jeep vehicles. Hurry, offer ends February 28th.
Well, these two teams met January 7th, and Carolina won it 82-69. Here's the matchup, Hansbrough and Simmons. And this is what they did in that first game, Bill.
Yeah, one got off 5 shots, Hansbrough getting off. Simmons 5, Hansbrough 6 shots, but Hansbrough 14 for 14 from the foul line, ends up with 20 points in the game. Both had 4 rebounds each.
You see their numbers tonight.
Both teams have been hard-nosed, straight man-to-man defense, tough on the ball. State got by with some good back screens and cuts. Carolina settling for the jump shot, with the exception of the time Hansbrough is into the ball game. He's Simmons on him.
Noel now has 5 points, and Carolina has a 1-point lead. This is Fells into the ball game. To Grant. Cedric Simmons at the top. He'll take that shot. Bethel brings it back out. Shot clock now, Billy, at 10.
If you're Bethel, you see that Miller's good against the ball.
That's it. Down the 3 ball.
Terry gave up on him with the clock. You know, Terry had a teammate in the clock. He didn't take advantage of it because you knew there was not enough time for Atzer to drive the ball. He should have got right up in his face.
21-19 the Pack. Hansbrough, and he's fouled. Foul will be on Tony Bethel. That's his second.
Simmons was lucky Bethel was there in that position, or Hansbrough has an easy fight over the top, gets there too late. But Bethel was waiting because he was guarding the cutter, and he just stayed in the lane to help out.
8-time ACC Rookie of the Week, Tyler Hansbrough, 6'9", 235-pound freshman.
How about that 40-point game? First time, and it's hard to believe with all the great players who've been in the league. There's never been a freshman had a 40-point game. It's like the first one in conference history.
40 points against Georgia Tech. Bethel goes out of the ball game. And Bennerman comes back in. Ties it at 21.
Pretty strong block out that time by Fells coming across the lane, putting the body on Hansbrough, the shooter.
6 ties, 6 lead changes. They double down on Cedric Simmons. Splits the double team. Shot by Grant wasn't even close.
You notice how North Carolina looks for Hansbrough a lot in the low post, whereas State does not look for Simmons very much. There's a secondary thought. So Hansbrough gets the ball in good position. Much more difficult to defend a guy if his teammates are looking to get him the ball off.
Gavin Grant with the push off underneath. That's his first. But NC State now over the limit, so we're in the bonus. It'll be a 1-on-1 situation for David Noel.
As I pointed out in the first game, North Carolina lived on the foul line. 26 out of 28. They're doing a good job.
Noel is 66% free throw shooter. This is the second.
There's Hansbrough again, and look at Atzer goes after him, attacks the arms. No foul, but Hansbrough doesn't loosen the ball.
Noel for 3. 25-21, Tar Heels.
See, Miller is very good at guarding the dribble. He has problem when the guy moves without the ball.
Miller almost had the steal.
A lot of hand checking allowed in this game. You know what, Tim?
Absolutely. Shot clock again, down low to 7, and Fells loses it. With this lineup, you have to wonder where the scoring is coming from, but Noel scores at the other end with the slam. And Carolina has its largest lead.
Miller is really doing the job on Atzer when Atzer's dribbling the ball out here. Atzer ought to give it up and start cutting his, giving the hand signal he wants a break. He has really been working on defense. See, when the man cuts to the basket, he turns his head and has no idea where his man is.
7:44 to play in the first half. Timeout on the floor. How about David Noel with 11 points?
Right now at Red Lobster, choose your 2 favorites from 5 of our most irresistible jumbo shrimp dishes, like Jumbo Scampi, hand-breaded Crunch Fried, or our new decadent lobster and crab stuffed shrimp. That's Jumbo Shrimp, only at Red Lobster.
Handle all your car insurance needs online. It's so easy, a caveman could do it. Seriously, we apologize. We had no idea you guys were still around.
Yeah, next time maybe do a little research.
Gentlemen, are we ready to order?
I'll have the roast duck with the mango salsa. I don't have much of an appetite, thank you.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
If you're looking for answers from an auto parts store, get ready. Advance Auto Parts is working harder to help you save money by doing it yourself. Get ready for certified experts who are ready to help. Get ready for answers on any project you can easily understand. Get Advance TV, our exclusive in-store how-to network. Get ready to go from no way to know how. For all the advice you'll ever need, the first place to go is Advance Auto Parts. We're ready in advance.
Right now at Red Lobster, choose your 2 favorites from 5 of our most irresistible jumbo shrimp dishes, like Jumbo Scampi, hand-breaded Crunch Fried, or our new decadent lobster and crab stuffed shrimp. That's Jumbo Shrimp, only at Red Lobster.
Ever notice how free things always seem to come at a price? Well, RBC Centura sees differently, with no fees, no minimum balance, and no direct deposit required. Plus, if you open an account now, you'll also receive our debit rewards program that earns you points toward free gifts. It's a material world. Enjoy it freely. Call 1-800-CENTURA or visit your local banking center.
Pepsi is the official soft drink and proud corporate partner of the ACC. Pepsi and all the official corporate partners will once again present FanFest during the ACC men's and women's basketball tournaments coming up in Greensboro. And they certainly hope you'll stop by and visit with them at FanFest.
Tim, one of the things that is very different, 8.5 rebound advantage over their opponents. That's #1 in the ACC. NC State is 10th in the league with a -1 rebound. And so far in this game, Carolina has 7 offensive rebounds. Now, State usually is very good on defensive rebounding, but because they spread out, they don't get a lot of offensive rebounds. Tonight, a real breakdown in what normally is pretty...
Billy, that is a great point. 7 offensive rebounds off their 12 misses. And that's been the difference so far. 7:24 to play, 27-21, Tar Heels. Backing with the penetration and the strong move to the basket. Knocked out of bounds by NC State.
See, again, the way Simmons is used in the NC State lineup, he starts out at the top of the key a lot. When Hansbrough comes down the court, he goes right to the low box. And he's going to make you guard him down there. And there he is, right where he'd like to be. Good quick step.
And he walks. Turnover #1 for the Tar Heels.
Roy Williams going to do a little pleading here. Says my freshman never walks. He's going to let the referee know as he goes by him.
He is special.
Roy's going to protect his star.
Bethel for 3.
Oh,
halfway down.
That ball was, as you said, halfway down, at least.
Nice look underneath the Ginyard to Hansbrough. The foul, the bucket. He'll go to the line.
Kind of amazing. He gets his hands on the ball in traffic, and somehow he works it on up there and gets fouled. I'd like to know how many, just regular three-point plays he makes. I'm not talking about from beyond the arc. I'm just talking about times that he goes in there and just powers it to the basket.
Well, that's great concentration because there's the foul and then the hesitation and the shot.
32nd time this year he's had an opportunity. Great stat. 32nd time he's had an opportunity for the old traditional three-point play.
John Madry like a statistics
whiz-bang.
Whiz-bang. Good
John,
call.
terrific job there. But it is amazing. 32 opportunities for three-point play.
6:38 to play in the first half. So far, it's been a terrific ball game. Pass inside to Hansbrough.
Well, he was expecting a little bit of contact. Simmons kind of faked him out. And a nice help by Noel to pick up Simmons. So Hansbrough got back down there. Terrific job by the senior.
Frazier jumps out now on Atzor. Simmons, Brackman, beyond the arc.
He can make
splash.
Good perimeter shooter.
He's got 7 points. 29-24 Carolina.
He's shooting 38% from 3. A big man will step out there and take it. With that cross-court skip pass and then pass down into the post. Very effective for North Carolina.
Frazier troubles into trouble and then turns it over. He walked. Look at the top 25 teams in the nation presented by Q Motor Oil.
How about Connecticut last night beating Notre Dame, a Notre Dame team that I don't think in the history of college basketball you see anybody any more snake bit than Mike Gray's team. Unbelievable. They are one possession away from being near the top of the Big East in all those games that they lost. Just would come down to one shot or one pass or one defensive lapse.
Unbelievable. I agree.
It's been amazing.
Foul on Rashawn Terry. When you look at that top 25, Billy, what do you see from the ACC will get in, do you think?
Well, 4 teams are solidly locked in as we speak, and I think that there'll be at least one other team that the league will carry to the NCAA tournament based on what they do the last couple of weeks here.
Right now, that nod goes to Virginia. They're next in line. They had a big win over Boston College, number 11 in the country.
Unbelievable for Virginia. The way they shot threes in that ball game.
Gavin Grant on the floor, making sure everything's in place. For the remaining games for Virginia and for Florida State.
Yeah, nothing easy there.
Of course, Virginia now with 7 wins in the conference. Florida State 6-6, the same as Maryland, and they're playing right now. Bell's underneath. Correction, Grant.
Using superior size on the inside.
29-26. Terry with a tough shot. Noel.
Another offensive rebound for score. 8 offensive rebounds for baskets.
Great job by Sanders to keep it alive. And the foul is going to be on David Noel.
And Noel kind of figured as Brackman was going to use that reverse dribble. He was waiting on it for the easy layup as he had earlier. He wasn't playing solid, but he thought he had the dribbler figured out.
Both teams now in the bonus, Billy. And so NC State will have a 1-and-1 opportunity. That means Brackman will go to the line.
NC State, a very good free throw shooting team. 75% as a ball club. Pretty solid.
Second, and Brackman is one of the best. He's hit 54 of his 73 free throws this year, 74%. This is that one. A 2-pointer by Noel.
Is he having a solid first half or not?
15, Noel, the senior leader. 33-26 Tar Heels. RBC Centura presents this look at our upcoming ACC telecast as we come down toward the tournament now. Miami at Maryland. Billy and I will be there. Virginia against these Tar Heels.
Noel had it in the first game, 14 points, 6 assists, and 6 rebounds. And he looks to eclipse that here in the first half of this ball game.
Brackman, yes.
2 for 2 from out there. Nice dish by Bennerman, who's being very patient. Hadn't got on the scoreboard.
Brackman now in double figures. It's a 4-point game. Miller for three. Yes!
Breakdown mentally from NC State's got to realize that no matter where Miller is, you cannot help out inside. Stay out there to stop the perimeter shot.
Brackman again. This one's short. Kick it back to Terry.
And that was not anything trying to be fancy. That was the only way Terry could get the ball to the basket. Good job on his part. Smart also not to go up there and touch that ball while it was on the rim.
Carolina, Billy, with its largest lead of the game.
Right now, NC State not getting the play out of Bethel and Bennerman that they need in a ball game of this magnitude. Two key guards been very slow.
Noel for three more. State needs a timeout. 41-29, and the Tar Heels have exploded. Will Reed from the University of North Carolina.
Carolina is committed to opportunity, to shaping generations of leaders in education, business, medicine, and more. Now, Carolina makes a commitment to keep these opportunities within everyone's reach.
The Carolina Covenant is a promise. It's a promise to help kids from low-income families get a college education debt-free. It's a promise that Carolina is proud to make because everyone deserves a shot.
He really is. He's had good open looks. He's taken them. Here you see that was the pad. He put that away. But look at the wide open shot. There was nobody within 10 feet of him on that jump shot. When a guy's hot, you got to get out there on him.
Noel
Solid
with
performance.
18 points already in the ball game.
He's got 7 or 8 rebounds as well.
41-29 with 2:28 to play in the first half. At the line is Ben McCullough.
Eighth rebound.
Just outquicked him and got up high.
And North Carolina kept the ball alive. McCauley's on Noel right now.
Terry underneath. Tough shot. Banks it in.
To be quite honest with you, North Carolina's just having their way with him inside the paint. They just on both ends of the floor, just controlling the game.
And starting to run away with it.
North Carolina goes into a little zone here. A little 1-3-1 zone with Noel running the baseline.
That's a truck with a three-pointer.
That was kind of surprising. As effective as they've been in their man-to-man defense to go zone, I wonder if they'll stay in it more than once.
This is Terry. Are you kidding me?
Just one of those nights, isn't it?
46-32.
In the zone.
This is Felds. Nice pass to Aftermath.
Good cut by Felds right into the center position of that zone. And Roy Williams, I think, will get out of the zone, get back to man-to-man.
Carolina.
2 possessions, too easy.
Has now hit its last 7 shots and leads 46-34. We'll return after this message from NC State University.
In so many ways, we all go to NC State because that's where the road to achievement leads. To a new heart monitor the size of a microchip. To outreach that transforms lives. And the road passes through fire, testing new flame-retardant materials, arriving at the most precious destination of all. City, where does your road lead?
Visit Red Lobster and choose 2 of your favorite jumbo shrimp dishes now at Red Lobster. Welcome back inside the RBC Center. where it's 46-34, Carolina with under a minute to play in the first half.
And Tim, you talk about the three-point shots. Virginia, who made 12 of them against BC last night, that's an outstanding team defensively. Against NC State, they were 2 for. You can see how that aspect of the game just changes it completely when you're not making them. Again, rebounding, but North Carolina keeping things alive.
And keeping the ball because the possession arrow belongs to the Tar Heels.
One tap. 2 taps. 3 taps.
Letting them play, aren't they?
They sure are, but you just cannot give up that many offensive rebounds. That's the 10th one that North Carolina's had.
This is Frazier. 30 on the game clock, 26 on the shot clock.
Little 1-4 setup, using a little clock.
Shot clock down to 15, Billy.
I'd keep my eye on Green if I was NC State. Penetration and kick out. He's the best jumper of the bunch. Up, loses the ball.
Shot clock at 5 as they'll bring it back in. There's nothing like college basketball if you're celebrating the win. The way you celebrate says a lot about you and your friends. A message from Anheuser-Busch. 3 on the shot clock. Frazier shoots. Oh, State almost threw it away, and they did. Grant stepped on the line.
3 seconds time. Now you've got Miller in the game. And you've got Green in the ball game. Plenty of time to get off a quick one.
3 seconds. Green from way outside. So the end of the first half, Carolina leads NC State 46-34. David Noel the story with 18 points, 7 of 9 from the field.
ACC basketball is brought to you by Q Motor Oil, by Chevrolet, by Chick-fil-A, and by BB&T.
NC State is 6-0 at the RBC Center this year, have not lost at home in conference play. But North Carolina is 5-1 on the road, and right now they lead the Wolfpack by 12. Just about set to start the second half at RBC. Tim Brandt and Billy Packer.
Well, Bethel and Bennerman have got to get their team started in this second half. Bethel comes in the first half with just 2 points. Bennerman with 5. Neither one a factor.
Cedric Simmons, top of the key to Atzor. Bethel back to Simmons.
And Bennerman posting up. Terry reaches.
Shot clock down to 8. Atzor gets a Brackman pick, steps up and takes a 3. There's Brackman. Strong move.
Giving some of Hansbrough some of his own medicine there.
Herb Sendek wanted a foul call on Hansbrough, didn't get it. Bucket counts, 10-point game.
That was a big basket for NC State.
Miller to Noel.
Well, there was Bethel caught down inside of Noel. I mean, he's Noel a strong 6'6". Bethel at 6'1". No handle on him down in that low position.
Atzor kicks it out. This is for 3.
Huge shot. Just not falling.
Foul down low. Take a look at the leading scores. He talked about David Noel.
20 points. Leading the way. That was a foul on Hansbrough. He was a little upset with Noel for grabbing his shirt.
Really, that's 2 on him. And here's a foul out front on Rayshon Terry, and that's 3 on Terry. So now foul becomes an issue.
Well, if you're NC State, you got to get Simmons down in the low post here and make Hansbrough guard him down in there. With 2 fouls on him, you've got a chance to pick up that third. Get a key man out of the ball game, at least for a few minutes. Got to get in the ball. There it is.
Simmons up strong. Banks it in. He's fouled.
That's the play.
And that is not called on Hansbrough. It's called on David Noel.
Well, he could have picked up one right there. He could have picked up another one on the push. That's a foul right there, not called. Great job by Simmons to get it off. But State, you're not getting the ball down and low to this young man who's proven time and again that he's got some fine moves down there. Did it against Sheldon Williams.
Well, Billy, David Noel now has 3. Rashawn Terry has 3 personals, and Hansbrough has 2. So we'll keep an eye on that. Now they're starting to call touch fouls.
They really are.
Tony Bethel picks up his 3rd.
Got away with hand checking in the first half. Now it's being called very closely. But if you're NC State, nobody should take a shot until Simmons touches that ball down and low.
And another foul.
Wow.
So this one is called on Bennerman. That's 2 on Bennerman.
And that's, you know, an elbow to the neck on a cut. They are really calling it close here at the start of this second half.
Good ball movement. Miller for 3.
Offensive rebound. Noel again. 22 points on the night.
I'm not sure that was Noel. He'll get credit for it, but I thought Bennerman tipped it in.
Well, Noel would get it anyway.
Exactly. The easy way.
Here's Simmons at the top of the key. Nobody even concentrating on getting him the ball down low. There he is.
Pass down low, knocked away. Here come the Tar Heels. They don't have numbers. Noel finds Terry. Should have been basket interference. Oh, they're going to call offensive. Here, watch this, Billy. This does go to Noel, but look who tips it.
Bennerman got a piece, but it'll go to the offensive player closest to the tap.
So they call goaltending. Bucket counts. 52-38 now. Look at those numbers. Wow.
Hansbrough trying to stay in front of Simmons.
Brackman is fouled.
If they're going to call it this close, Tim, it's amazing to me that State will not get the ball to Simmons. The referees are calling it tight. Any touch foul is going to be called a foul. That way you get Hansbrough back on the bench.
That was on Sanders.
Now Brackman's over there on Hansbrough. Basket.
Now this on a foul. Who'd they call this on? Danny Green?
NC State picking up
Sanders again
out of North Carolina's book right now and going to the offensive glass. Terrific job by Brackman on the inside. That's his Hansbrough impersonation for the second time here in this half.
They called the foul on Sanders, so that's 2 quick ones on Sanders.
This guy is a freshman pitcher. 43 strikeouts in 43 innings. Strikeouts against North Carolina, so he knows how to serve the high hard one in both sports.
I'd say, how'd you like to face a guy that's 6'10", 235?
Well, the muscle that he's put on, if that increases his fastball over last year, it's going to be blinding.
Crowd alive at RBC. Ball's loose.
Man alive.
Down to Hansbrough.
Green was really lucky there. That ball was slapped 3 or 4 times. He ended up picking it up. The State players all started going in the other direction. No defensive balance.
Carolina by 14. State sloppy with the ball, but Fetterman gets it to drop. Green for 3.
You feel a momentum swing coming right here. NC State playing a lot harder right now.
Atzor can't finish. But Atzor knocks it over to Hansbrough. He loses it, scores anyway, and is fouled.
Terrific hustle by the big guy.
15:58 to play.
Thanks for cleaning the gutters.
Anything for you, hon. Cleaning the gutters.
Yeah, I'm realigning the satellite dish.
It's a good one.
Hey, it's fixing a leak in the roof.
Even better.
No, I'm really fixing a leak.
Refreshingly smooth Bud Light. Always worth it.
I'm good.
They're using all of their horses. Are you using all of yours? To compete at the highest levels, these Tabagen. Q's patented heat-activated formula fights power-robbing friction better than conventional oils. To help maximize power, maximize success, and of course, maximize your horses. Q, unleash all your horses.
What does it take to use energy wisely? To make your home more efficient? To preserve our resources and the environment? To make sure the quality of life you enjoy is enjoyed? And their children? To lower your electric bill and say, yeah, I'm making a difference. What does it take? People, performance, excellence. To save money with programs like Home Energy Check, visit progress-energy.com/save.
Now at a price you never thought possible. The Ford F-150 STX, just $229 a month. Plus, your first month's payment is on us.
Well, we've been talking a lot about Tyler Hansbrough of North Carolina. He set a new ACC record for points in a game by a freshman when he dropped 40 against Georgia Tech, as Billy mentioned earlier. The Missouri native was a red-hot 76% from the field. He also grabbed 10 rebounds, 17 points against Wake Forest. ACC Rookie of the Week for the 8th time. He now goes to the line to convert a three-point play. See the comparison. He's a 75% free throw shooter and hits that. He now has 12 points. Has been quiet. Total points just 2. And he throws it away. Off the foot of Green. State gets a break. They'll get the ball back. Chick-fil-A nugget of the game. Herb Sendek is 2-2 when playing on his birthday. He's 43 today.
This is to North Carolina.
Shot clock at 5. Atzor. Good move.
Makes it over Sanders, so guard against center. Bad play.
Atzor looked like a defensive back. Here he is with a jumper for 2.
Don't take advantage.
Ginyard can't hit the 3. And the foul's going to be on McCauley.
McCauley's had minutes in this ball game, but they have not been productive for NC State on either end of the floor.
He goes out of the ball game, and Cedric Simmons comes back in for NC State. Bethel comes in. Bennerman goes out.
Bethel not able to get untracked at all in this ball game. NC State really needs him to start making some shots. He's guarding Sands, foot 10 on the out-of-bounds situation. North Carolina could have gone right over the top to him.
Danny Green goes out, and Terry comes back in for North Carolina. Terry with 3 personals. Hansbrough, pump fake, has it knocked away, and he's fouled. His foul will be called on Gavin Grant for reaching in. Correction. Cedric Simmons picks up the personal, and that's 3 on Simmons.
Hansbrough was left with 2 3-point shots on the year, but and made one of them. But you got to figure he's going to want to put the ball on the floor and get closer. Miller wide open.
And that's a 3-ball.
A lot of mental breakdowns for NC State tonight on both ends of the floor.
Billy, it's costing them. They're down now 60-44.
It really has.
Grant. And he scores.
They've really gotten out of their game on both ends of the floor, particularly on defensive rebounding.
Hansbrough has it tough.
And he keeps it alive.
Gets back to Aftermuth. Turnover, NC State.
There you see that Roy Williams on Terry's case for not hustling back on defense.
Stepped on the line right there.
Yeah, he might have, but there was contact by him out of bounds.
Crowd saying Miller pushed him.
There's been a lot of body contact in this basketball game. I think the fans are booing as much in regard to frustration as anything else. Now there's some contact called away from the ball that was a small touch. And Roy Williams telling Miller, don't put your hands up. Chris Corciani, David Thompson laughing. Put me out here, I'll go over the top of everybody.
Corciani.
How would you like that assist combination?
They're all still competitors.
Corciani to Thompson, that'd have been unbelievable. Forget about the fact David wasn't allowed to dunk.
What a great player.
The best that ever played in this league.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. I don't think there's any question about it. That foul was on Bobby. And in the first half that was played so well with only 2 turnovers. Things getting a little sloppy now. 1-on-1 situation as Cedric Simmons goes to the line.
And I really don't think that NC State has taken full advantage of this guy's capabilities in the low post tonight. He is not just an average player.
Has another one coming. 6'9", 230-pound sophomore now has 8 points. Make it 9. Crowd on its feet. Wolfpack faithful calling for a stop. Terry fires, and they get it. Bethel. Spin move, turnaround, tough shot. He'll go to the line for one more.
He is not an average player.
You called for it, Billy, and you got it. Sanders picks up his 3rd.
When you can go against Iowa and get 13 points, 13 rebounds, 8 blocks, and you can go against Duke and get 28 points and 9 rebounds and 7 blocks, you're not an average player. And States have to be reminded about that. This guy can be a changer in this game.
He can be right here and change it to single digits. And it's a 9-point game. The Wolfpack making a run.
Double dribble.
Another stop.
Bethel, would you have it?
Oh, that would have been big. Sure got a good look.
Crowd has really changed the intensity level of this game for the NC State team. Part of winning on the road, of which Carolina has been very good at this year.
Thomas to the right elbow. Back to Terry. Shot clock at 11. This is Noel. Bam!
Special night for that young man.
Quiets the crowd.
They go back to the shot Bethel missed. And the shot that Noel makes. Changed a lot of momentum there.
Simmons. That's not the shot you were calling for.
Nope.
Hansbrough running the court at the other end. Grant is fouled.
Might have got the body, but he was really with him. But how about the way that Hansbrough runs the floor? That's number 4 on Simmons. So instead of getting the Hansbrough and State ends up with Simmons in foul trouble. That was a huge turnaround there.
And so a 7-0 run by NC State, and Carolina answers. 13 for Hansbrough.
He can fly on that floor for a big guy. To be as strong as he is, to be able to get up and down the court that way, and he's a terrific finisher.
He's got a great heart, boy. He really hustles.
Another offensive rebound.
Good hustle by State.
Good hands by Brackman. Ball was thrown down by his ankles. Wow. Got to question that shot selection. Pretty good idea by Green. Throw it all the way down the other end.
This is Atzor. 11-point game.
And obviously no quit in this State team. A team that has had very good success this year. That Seton Hall game was one exception. Hansbrough going right over Green.
Green with the rebound. Miller for three.
Another offensive rebound.
Well, they block out all over the court.
Nice play by Knoll. The senior pulls everything back out, gets his team settled down. They've got a good working margin. No sense going crazy.
17-5 offensive rebounds. Carolina over State. A difference maker. Hansbrough.
One of the few times you'll see Miller put the ball on the...
And the crowd has gotten quiet again. Nice give and go. Nice give and go. Tony Bethel gets the bucket. He'll go to the line.
In the beginning of the ball game, you can see that Miller is not good at guarding a man moving away with the ball, without the ball.
But every time they make a run, there's an answer.
Right now at Red Lobster, choose your two favorites from 5 of our most irresistible, like Jumbo Scampi, hand-breaded Crunch Fried, or our new decadent lobster and crab stuffed shrimp. That's Jumbo Shrimp, only at Red Lobster.
Wait, check this, right? 3 million drivers switched to Geico last year, yeah? I'm telling you this. Why? Well, because I want you to help spread the word. Bloke hears that number, he's quite impressed. He's like, 3 million? That's a lot of people. Why wasn't I invited? Then you're like, of course you're invited. So he stops by geico.com and he gets his free rate quote. OK, sure, all right, it's not a real party, it's a website, but at least now the fella's done his homework.
Go. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Jackie Chan is here. Remember, I'm not letting you do any stunts, okay? Mr. Chan! You want to make a movie with my client, Diet Pepsi?
Your client will be perfect.
We would insist on a stunt double.
No problem.
Watch my back, okay?
Stunt double!
Look at you. You look great. Aren't you glad you didn't do the stunts?
Right now at Red Lobster, choose your two favorites from 5 of our most irresistible Jumbo Shrimp dishes, like Jumbo Scampi, hand-breaded Crunch Fried, or our new decadent lobster and crab stuffed shrimp. That's Jumbo Shrimp, only at Red Lobster.
Every February, it begins. It's what motor enthusiasts have been waiting for all year long. Toyotas. It's time to save big on the rugged Toyota Tundra Double Cab, featuring a powerful iForce V8 engine with 271 horsepower. It's time to get $4,000 in total savings on the XSP Sport Package. It's time, because the Think Big Truck event ends February 28th. Toyota, moving forward.
And ACC basketball is brought to you in part by your local Toyota dealers. Rosalina effed them off watching play tonight on a sore foot.
Young lady right there has had 2 sons play very well in the Atlantic Coast Conference.
Both down here in the triangle.
I can imagine when they were little guys, she never would have expected she'd have 2 sons playing basketball in the state of North Carolina.
1 to Carolina, 1 to State. Ilian tonight just 2 points. He averages 12 points, 4 rebounds. Sprained that left foot against Virginia Tech.
Not off in his shooting at all. Can get started with some free throws. Let's see if Bethel finally getting to the line, making a free throw. See if that helps him with his jump shot.
Bethel now with 4 points. 10-point game. Eftimov with the steal.
Roy Williams trying to rest key players right now. It hurts him there.
Mansour penetrates, turns it over. Ball still loose.
Noel on both ends of the floor is playing sensational basketball.
Great hustle, Billy, by both teams, but that was a terrific effort there by Ginyard.
Miller on the bench and Hansbrough on the bench. Boy, they exerted an awful lot of energy out there. Both of them needed a rest. Wisely, Roy Williams gets him out.
Eftimov got a hand on another pass. Knocks it out of
all kinds of ball handling pressure problems in this second half here. There's a case where Frazier has to realize he better get the ball in his hands more often.
10 minutes. 10 minutes to play in the ball game. Ginyard off balance, gets the roll.
How bad Simmons for NC State now? And he was their go-to man with Hansbrough sitting down right now, but he's going to have to be held out probably for another 2-3 minutes.
Julian Eftimov for 3. He was drilling those every time we saw him for pregame warm-ups.
Oh, 2 baskets by Ginyard, 1 and 1, both cases. Huge basket.
70-56, Tar Heels. Nice back door. Great closing defense and a block by Frazier. Transition, Noel. And the follow is good.
That was just North Carolina wanting it more than NC State. They are just beating them with hustle right now.
Green beat him down the floor for the follow. Will return after this message from the ACC.
Free, but hey, baby, let's get married.
Oh, Cedric!
Dear friends, we are gathered here today to do this thing. So do you?
I do.
How about you? Do you?
Where's the beer?
Yeah. And there you go.
Refreshingly smooth Bud Light. Always worth it.
I do. I do.
Introducing the all-new 2007 Chevy Tahoe with available liftgate. Power release fold and tumble second row seats. And rear view camera system. Chevy Tahoe, an American revolution.
You want the candy? You can't have the candy. They call me the bus driver, kid, because I'm about to take you to school.
Man, I send it to everybody. Hey.
What are you guys looking at?
Nothing.
With Alltel's All Access Pass, you get unlimited video, picture, and text messaging and more, all for one low monthly price. And it's only at Alltel.
Well, more ACC action coming your way. Next Wednesday at 9 o'clock, you'll either see Miami at Maryland or Virginia at North Carolina. The Tar Heels are to buy in the ACC tournament, while the 3 other teams looking for wins to get into the big dance. Check your local listings for the game in your area Wednesday at 9 o'clock on your Raycom Jefferson Pilot Sports ACC Basketball Network.
Simmons back in the ball game. No sense waiting on him. 8:43 to go. He's got 4 fouls. He should still try to be active.
Time now will become a factor. 8:30 to play. 5 on the shot clock. Eftimov backs in, kicks it out. Beyond the arc. And Noel with another rebound.
North Carolina really running. Beautiful job on their part. State not getting back.
Ganyard with the finish. Double in the largest lead for the Tar Heels.
Now, Tim, we saw Connecticut in the #1 position in the country get knocked out by a Villanova team that made Connecticut play their game. That's what's happening in this ball game right here. North Carolina is making NC State play their game, and State has not adjusted.
If you're looking for answers from an auto parts store, get ready. Advance Auto Parts is working harder to help you save money by doing it yourself. Get ready for certified experts who are ready to help. Get ready for answers on any project you can easily understand. Get ready for TV, our exclusive in-store how-to network. Get ready to go from no way to know-how. For all the advice you'll ever need, the first place to go is Advance Auto Parts. We're ready in advance.
Well, I think if my father had made it to college, he'd be a teacher. But the Army called him. I learned a lot from him. But mostly, it's not how much you make that matters, but what you stand for. Not something you show your banker on a balance sheet, but they should know what it's worth.
ACC Legends, brought to you by Food Lion. Georgia Tech's Drew Barry was pivotal in the Yellow Jackets' 1993 ACC Tournament Championship. The all-conference freshman dished out 27 assists and set a new tournament record. The league assist leader his final 3 seasons, Barry capped his Tech career in the regular season championship. Drew Barry, Georgia Tech legend. Food Lion, proud official corporate partner of the ACC.
Let's go. Give me rain or shine. Let's go. Any day or time. Let's go. Oh, November's fine. Me and my baby would like that. Let's go. I like January. Let's go. Oh, so nice and steady. Let's go. Oh, always ready. Me and my baby would like that. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
During the first half, we asked you this all-tell ACC trivia question. Tyler Hansbrough, the NCAA's most accurate shooter amongst freshmen. Who's the ACC all-time freshman field goal shooting leader? And the answer is Sam Perkins. We'll have another all-tell ACC trivia question for you coming up later. Sam Perkins holds the 6'9" New Yorker, shot 62.6% for the Tar Heels back in 1981. The Big Smooth, followed closely by fellow alum Antoine Jameson, finished his freshman year in 1996 shooting 62.4% from the field.
2 pretty efficient inside players for North Carolina.
I'd say. That's what makes it a 74-58 team for Atsuo.
North Carolina, only 5 turnovers in this game, forcing the ball up and down the court.
Terrific performance.
That is really great.
Terrific performance.
Frazier missed Terry.
Simmons swats it away. We've seen some big-time plays in this game.
Here you see Simmons coming all the way across from the other side of the lane. Goes way up. Probably could have controlled that block instead of batting it out of bounds.
Hansbrough, nice pass. Great. Making it look easy now. Rashawn Terry was all alone under there.
Yeah, and Terry realized there's a potential block, so he brought it across underneath the rim. Smart play on his part.
Kick it out. Had an opportunity to shoot the 3. Off by Andrew Brackman. $16 points, Billy, to be made up in under 7 minutes against Carolina is a tall order.
Well, how about this one? In 1979, Carolina was up 40-19 at halftime against NC State. State came back to take the lead. And then a steal by Dudley Bradley as the game closed down gave Carolina the victory by 1 point.
And daggers.
40-19 down at halftime. There have been some comebacks that be superior to this one.
Chrysler game summary looks like this. And Chrysler tells us that offensive rebounds are indeed the story. Look at the rebound margin.
It is unbelievable. As I said, 10th in the league against first in the league. But where NC State really broke down tonight is where they did not get on the defensive glass at all. Not only gave up rebounds, but also many opportunities.
Carolina by 18.
And there's Brackman getting by holding the jersey on Noel. Didn't make any difference.
Kick it out to Frazier.
And there's Miller all alone.
He doesn't miss those.
And I do not understand. He is not going to score in a regular fashion except taking those threes. Why would a man ever leave him?
That's a good question. We asked that early in the ball game. We'll be back after the
36.
2,250.
78. 2,632.
6,829.
4,238.
77,078,049.
We are the ACC tradition of excellence. Then, now, and always.
This broadcast is a copyrighted presentation, and the use of it without the Jefferson, Pilot Sports, and the ACC is prohibited.
Tim, to make a point there in regard to Miller, who's doing a terrific job for North Carolina. On the year, he's made 51 field goals. 46 of those are threes. That means all year long, he's made 5 two-point shots. You cannot afford to go help out and leave him when he is such a prolific outside shooter, and that's the only way he's going to score.
No question about it, Billy. We talked about it, and it's continued throughout. Atzor has his shot blocked. Rashawn Terry just swats it away.
Walk by Atzor to get a bye with that, but Terry recognized what was going on, made a nice play.
Cedric Simmons is fouled.
And who there is Hansbrough's fourth, unless he gets a break. But that comes at the 5:55 mark as opposed to 55 mark.
Is that 3?
That's 3 on him?
3. John Madry again keeping us straight. We need a lot of keeping. Simmons makes the first. NC State made a 7-0 run. Got it down to 9 points. Carolina came right back and pushed it above 20.
And they did that without Bethel or Benjamin, you know, really exploding from the up and down the floor well, getting the ball inside to Simmons. Brackman having a solid game.
He hits them both. Time now, though, is a factor with 5:48 to play. Really, how about the job that Roy Williams has done with the defending national champions? Lost all their starters, come back, picked at DC, and they're about to win their 18th game.
And one of the things that he has told me that he really, there he goes again, he has really enjoyed coaching this team. They're attentive. Obviously, the guys that were coming back, although they did not play major roles with the exception of Noel, realized what everybody else was saying about this would be the down year for North Carolina basketball. They have really responded.
Great pass by Cedric Simmons. The other thing is, too, that Roy had to go and teach these young guys, and teaching, of course, is what all coaches love. And he had to do a lot of that. Another turnover.
Jump shot.
Bethel drops it behind him. Brackman pushes his way in and has his shot blocked.
Noel with the block.
Terry with a nice move. Points now.
Terry's starting to build up some numbers of late, if you'll notice. I mean, he's got that big size advantage when he drives inside. His jumper has been consistent. He's not taking bad shots. Roy Williams gets in his ear every once in a while for a little lack of concentration and hustle getting back on defense, but other than that, he's been pretty solid.
As we look at these coaches, Billy, does it ever become psychological? Roy Williams has never lost to NC State. They go to 2-0 in this building, as a matter of fact, and 6-0 against the Wolfpack.
Some of the runs I mentioned, Smith and Sloan. You know, before Everett Case came to NC State, Carolina had beaten State 27 out of 31 games. Then Everett came, and he had a run of 24 wins in 27 games. So, you know, sometimes it goes back and forth like that, but I think it can be a psychological barrier a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. And those are secular, and I mean in all sports. Everybody's talking about USC and football and the great run they've had. And they've beaten UCLA now 8 straight times. Before that, 9 straight times. So you're right. Here's Ginyard. Green banks it in.
Green's really strong. He's been shooting his jump shot well, but when he takes it to the basket, you've got Noel, you've got Terry, you've got Green, guys that can really finish when they go off that dribble.
There's got to be more of a sense of her battling time now. Tony Bethel is fouled. 3:47 to play. Hansbrough makes him every which way he can.
Ted Ferguson, Bud Light Daredevil. Today for Bud Light, I'll attempt my most difficult stunt so far. I will stay 2 full minutes past 5 on a Friday.
Hey, Ted.
See you, Janice.
Hey, time! Ted, can you hear me?
I need a Bud Light.
Don't you give up on me, Ted.
Refreshingly smooth Bud Light. Always worth it.
Put that on my review.
Oh, yeah.
You paid for 300 horses. Are you sure you're getting all of them? Choose Q from Quaker State. Q's patented heat-activated formula fights power-robbing friction better than any conventional oil. To help max and let all your horses come out. Q from Quaker State. Unleash all your horses.
You want the candy? You can't have the candy. They call me the bus driver, kid, because I'm about to take you to school. Vader! Oh!
Wait, I sent it to everybody. Hey.
What are you guys looking at?
Nothing.
With Alltel's All Access Pass, video, picture, and text messaging, and more. All for one low monthly price. And it's only at Alltel.
Introducing the all-new 2007 Chevy Tahoe. With available features like a power remote liftgate. Power release fold and tumble second row seats. And rear view camera system. Chevy Tahoe, an American revolution.
Carolina leading by 21. Red Lobster presents the nothing but net shot of the game. Defense at one end. Hansbrough the outlet pass, and David Noel, who's had a spectacular night. 10 of 13, 25 points, 10 of 13 from the field with all those rebounds, 11. A new career high for Noel.
You know, when you think of some of the things that have drastically changed in this game, State's #1 in the league in regard to field goal percentage defense. You have North Carolina that only had on the year 2 more assists than turnovers coming into this game. And in this game, they have been fabulous in regard to the assist-turnover ratio. 23 assists, 6 turnovers.
Incredible.
Yep.
Tony Bethel makes them both. Make it a 20-point game, but there's only 3:47 remaining. Roy Williams continues to coach. Billy, he's got to be considered as maybe the front runner for Coach of the Year. I mean, if Duke goes 16-0 and runs the table, you got to say, well, sure, Mike deserves a great shot. People have talked about Dave later, but how do you look past that?
I think it is a terrific coaching job on his part.
Cedric Simmons knocks it out of bounds.
The foul underneath that time by Fells. Simmons with the good block. Here's Green. He's a smart, strong player, and you can see the foul took place before Simmons got the block. Solid young player right here.
78% from the line. Green's been Carolina's top scorer off the bench, 4 rebounds. He has 5 points here tonight. 6'5", 200-pound freshman from North Babylon, New York.
Solid game. He was 5 for 6 against Arizona with 13 points. Came back with another good game against Wake Forest, 4 for 5 with 10 points. Those are really the kind of productions you get off the bench that is so solid for a team. Green's going to sit down. Roy Williams gives him a big hug over there.
Sean Terry comes back in.
And a smile. A good game. You get the hug and the smile.
Sean Terry has shot better than 50% 8 of the last 9 games. He's shooting better tonight than 50%. Raleigh, reverse layup. Point lead with 2:45 to play to put this one in the bank.
Frazier has McCauley on. He ought to recognize that. Take him off the dribble.
Frazier
off the mark. And that's where you've got to get, as a freshman, a little sharper now. You've got a guy that's not used to guarding you as a guard. You keep the ball in your hands, take him off the dribble, and make a play. McCauley, no way he's going to handle Frazier on the perimeter while he's dribbling.
Inside to go to Cedric Simmons, working against Hansbrough. They double down on him, kick it out to McCauley. This is for 3. Carolina hustling down the court. No big hurry now. They just want to milk the clock and shorten the game.
Noel making the good senior move right there, calming everybody down. That's about the 3rd time he's done that in this half. Showing the younger guys how the game is played.
89-69, the most points allowed this season by NC State, and they did it here in front of the home folks.
Win of the year for North Carolina in the league, pretty strong.
That is really strong. And Atsua throws it away. Well, they're leaving the RBC Center now. They've seen enough.
You know, and you know, you want your faithful to stay here, but to be quite honest with you, this is about as poor a game as State has played in a long time. The Seton Hall game was a bad one, but in this particular game, a league contest, knowing your opponent and coming out and being outplayed to this degree for NC State.
Billy, how do you like Carolina? How deep do you think they can go in the NC2A tournament?
Well, this team is no longer freshmen. You know, I mean, they've played a real good competition. They played well in the league. They're coming on now. They've had a lot of playing minutes. So you can't keep talking about them being freshmen. I think this is a much better team than I would have ever anticipated they could be by this time of the year.
Although some of the so-called experts say because they are out of high school, this time last year, their season was over, and occasionally young guys hit it for 3 more. 92-69. And the Carolina faithful now calling for the century mark.
Well, what the deal was there, Roy Williams wanted to get in all the 5 subs, so he wanted that foul committed so they could get into the ball game.
This trip around the ACC is brought to you by Chevrolet.
I don't get what the official's doing right here, because Roy Williams did that specifically. Now, there's a guy that probably has a lot of opinions of this ball game. I called the first game I ever called. Lefty came to Raleigh with his Maryland team. Tommy McMillan, Lenny Elmore, sophomores. And one of the great victories he ever had, because that NC State team from that point on was the difference between Lefty being in the Final Four multiple times, I think. Those great matchups between Maryland's clubs with McMillan and Elmore and Lucas against Thompson and Burleson, 6 in this conference.
Some of the greatest games I've ever seen, Billy.
Yep.
1 minute. 1 minute to play at the RBC.
The guys on the floor now probably know State's offense as well as State's do, because they very seldom get a chance to run the Carolina offense. We're talking about the practice squad get some nice opportunities here that they probably never anticipated when they got on that bus today.
State just can't buy a bucket.
They have not played their game at all in this one. No foul here.
Last 22 seconds. If you're NC State, no fouls. Just let it end. That's their fouls anyway, with 13.2 seconds left. No sense in that, trailing 94-71.
Well, 13-2 to go on the clock. Just let it run out.
Exactly.
A clean steal or interception. Not a very good birthday present whatsoever for Herb Sendell.
How about Dewey Burke? Dewey Burke's about to get in the book here. He gets his point. Dewey, a 6 foot, 195-pound junior from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I agree with you. I think he had no clue who's going to get in the ball game tonight.
And the kind of win that tournament selection committee on Sundays say, hey, on the road, end of the year, excellent momentum.
So Carolina goes to 18-6, 9-4 in the conference. NC State 21-6 and falls to 10-4 in the conference. 95-71. That was our final.
ACC basketball has been brought to you by Bud Light, by Ford, by Chick-fil-A, by Alltel, by Geico, by Pepsi, and by Food Lion.
Well, the final, NC State 71. We got more action coming your way. Next Wednesday at 9 o'clock, you'll see either Miami at Maryland or Virginia at North Carolina. Cavs still trying to punch a ticket to the big dance behind Sean Singletary. They'll have a tough road, though, ahead in Chapel Hill, where they'll have to contend with freshman sensation Tyler Hansbrough. In College Park, two teams that are looking to finish strong before the ACC tournament, so check your local listings for the game in your area. Big win, North Carolina. They go to 6-1 on the road. Our Pepsi players of the game: David Noel, 25 points, 10 of 14 from the field with 11 rebounds, and Andrew Brackman, 16 points, 5 of 9, 2 for 3 beyond the arc. Billy, your final thoughts?
Well, I thought that North Carolina played a terrific game. Was obvious by the score, but I thought that NC State let this game get away from them, both from an emotional standpoint and a game playing standpoint on their part, particularly here at home.
How does NC State rebound?
Well, they better get their heads back together and start playing NC State basketball, where they move the ball patiently, where they get on the defensive glass, because those are the two things that really hurt them tonight.
All right, Billy, thank you very much. 25 points for David Noel tonight. Terry with 20. And although Hansbrough didn't have the kind of game that he's been having, he still ends up with 17 points, 5 of 7 from the line. For Billy Packer, I'm Tim Brandt. You've been watching exclusive on the Raycom at Jefferson Pilot Sports Network. Once again, our final score, 95-71.
Look, Suncom's a different kind of wireless company. Why? Customers. And the #1 way they do that is by responding to people's needs. Just listen to this.
Suncom keeps your family close. Add up to 4 lines for just $10 each per month on national and regional plans, starting at just $39 a month.
Suncom brings you truth in wireless.
We're Suncom, and we get it.
gonna eat your cheese paper?
More cheese on the burger, more cheese on the paper. The new quarter-pound double cheeseburger, 2 for $3 at Hardee's. The next best thing to a half-pound thick burger.
Hi, folks. Great news. The undisputed price leader Crossroads Ford has just purchased another Ford dealer's entire inventory of brand new 05s. We bought them at heavily reduced prices. We're going to pass this savings to Mission pickup trucks, Mustangs, Tauruses. Let me give you an example.
In the white trimmed in red, and the College of Charleston Cougars in the maroon and white trim. These two are the heavyweights in the Southern Conference, as they are tied for second in the South Division, 1 game back of Georgia Southern, who still has a game to play at Furman tomorrow. The winner of this game could get a piece of the South Division title. That game is off the mark, and by the way, give a call to out of Georgia Southern, 10-4 in conference, 19-8 overall. What a great year they have had down in Statesboro, Georgia. As that ball is thrown away, and another turnover for the Cougars of the College of Charleston. Davidson a 9-point margin. It was 13, but College of Charleston hanging tough.
I thought we were here for a meeting.
We are.
So why are you on your laptop?
I'm emailing you.
Now?
Now.
We can talk. It's a private club.
As private as our network.
I'll check my inbox.
Privacy, powered by Cisco.
Are you ready, bites? Start popping. These bites were made for popping.
The new Cheesy Bites pizza from Pizza Hut. A pizza with 28 poppable bites, packed with melted cheese. $11.99.
Hello, I'm Johnny Cash.
This song's for your ward.
Don't give me no rules. All I got are rules. Come on, baby.
Baby, 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 baby.
Nominated for 5 Academy Awards, Joaquin Phoenix, Reese Witherspoon. Walk the Line. Only Tuesday.
What's with the black? Looks like you're going to a funeral. Maybe I am.
And drink Guinness. Remember, use common sense and always know when you've had your fill.
A simple way to remember it is, use Sackweehif.
What?
Please drink responsibly. From the brewers of Guinness.
ESPN2's exclusive presentation of college basketball is presented by Cisco. Changing the way people work, live, play, and learn. Innovation powered by Cisco.
Just trying to hang in against Georgetown and Jonathan Wallace. You know, it occurs to me the Orange had a John Wallace once upon a time. This one plays for the opposition. He's got 8 off the bench. Good game, 48-44. We'll keep you posted. Jerry?
Thank you very much, Scott. 23rd ranked Hoyas of Georgetown trying to hold on against the Orange of Syracuse. We got a good one here. And Davidson has pulled out to a 13-point lead twice in this game. And the Cougars of the College of Charleston have just battled back each to single digits. As you take a look at that young man, Brendan Winters, Southern Conference Player of the Year a year ago, preseason Player of the Year, and probably will get most of the votes this year with the kind of phenomenal season he has had here for the Wildcats.
Well, I think this last day will have something to do with it. Draper had a shot with the tremendous surge he's been on in the month of February, but he has not had the great day today. Moreover, his team has not played that well.
And there's Winters. He could draw the personal foul and will shoot a couple. And we told you the Elon UNC Greensboro score is important, because if Elon were to lose, then the winner of this game would still have a shot, as would Georgia Southern at the #1 seed in the conference.
I just think that's great, the way the NIT is shaping it for conference champions to get an automatic bid. It's insurance, if you will, but it means a lot to make the regular season mean something. If they win their tournament, they're in the big dance. But so often at the mid-major level, there are upsets and great disappointments, and a good year is spoiled.
And I like what the NCAA has done with the NIT, having those coaching legends be involved with the selection process.
Yeah, look at Katie, Gene Katie, Dean Smith, C.M. Newton. You know, there are many, but these guys, they're basketball people. They know the game, and I think the fact that the NCAA has purchased it, they got an investment, and they're going to make it work.
Call up, and he will draw the personal foul. And some frustration now starting to shine through for the only senior on the Cougar squad, Drew Hall, trying to penetrate there. And that will be the 4th personal, by the way, on all-conference selection, Brendan Winters.
He transferred from Georgetown. You know, Georgetown was really coming down the stretch last year under first-year head coach Sean Thompson, and they just really hit the skids. They lost like 6 out of 7 or something coming down the stretch, because really picked them up, and they're a tough team.
Drew Hall was a major factor in Georgetown's run to the finals of the NIT back in 2003. He had 10 points at Notre Dame and 10 points at UCLA. Before transferring to play for Tom Harrion and the Cougars. Now 7 points on the afternoon for the senior guard out of Silver Spring, Maryland.
Still not extending the defense. 6 minutes, 21 seconds, only down 9. But I really think that they've got Davidson out of their rhythm, putting them to sleep. This Lawrence Welk tempo is not at all appealing to the College of Charleston. Not today.
Outside Sander, the sophomore, looking to get it back to Kenny Grant. 10 on the shot clock for the Wildcats. Very deliberate offense. A nice step out block on the outside. Here's Morton, who can shoot it from anywhere on the field. He gets it up with 1 second on the shot clock and is off the mark. Draper for 3.
6-point game. That's the kind of quick transition the Cougars need to get back in this.
Well, Dante Draper was 2 of 10 on field goal shooting, but now it's starting to heat up a little bit. And as you said, it is a 6-point margin.
Head up, looking up the floor. Hall, the 2 great guards for the College of Charleston, working together. They many easy baskets. And I credit the defense of the Wildcats. They've been getting back and doing a terrific job of smothering the front line.
As you look at the players exiting the huddle for the College of Charleston, we've got to tell you about a compelling story involving sophomore forward J.R. Hairston. There's the young man. J.R. Hairston was informed last Saturday about that his mom had lost her life in a motor vehicle accident at 7 o'clock in the morning near their home in Salisbury, North Carolina. His dad drove all the way to Charleston to tell the young man personally, with the coach in attendance. He had counseling in the afternoon. Basketball game that night against a Georgia State opponent in the bracket buster, but with a minute to go in the game, they brought him out of the basketball game, and he just broke down emotionally on the court side. So he did not play the beginning of this week because his mom's funeral was on Thursday. He is back on the bench with the team, but a very emotional week for that young man, and his team has been his family, he said, and without that team, he's not sure he could have made it through this week. So we want to pass that along to you because it's all about family.
That is, and those black bands on the shirts, that's in respect for the family. He came in late last night, has not practiced since that game, the night of his mother's death. So he's been off a week, but he did make a cameo earlier today. Very brief.
Here's big Josh Jackson inside of the margin now. Shrinks to 6 points as the clock ticks away. And slowly and quietly, the Cougars are coming back, Coach.
Yeah, they are. And again, we go back to the game earlier this week where remarkable day. Every stat going for them. And they blew a lead with 7 to go. They were up 8 and imploded. And Georgia State got them.
Kenny Grant looking for Winters off the screen. Back to Johnson. Shot clock at 5. And Grant comes up off the floor and will be called for the travel and the turnover. And now the Cougars can cut it to 4. That is the 8th turnover for the Wildcats this afternoon.
Really pacing on that bench now. He was a New Yorker that went south, went to East Carolina, and actually played 2 years there. He played against my West Virginia team, and then transferred to Hofstra. But Tom Pecora is having a terrific year up there with the Pride.
From the corner, the three-point shot is good, and he draws the foul. So a potential 4-point play by David Lawrence.
Let's watch the play. Let's watch the play. Not even a good screen. Oh, my. Oh, my. David Lawrence, who has the body fat of lettuce. I don't think he's a very strong kid, but he, whatever it was, he went down, and the oxygen just got sucked right out of the Belk Arena.
And he missed the free throw, and down hard goes Winters. He comes up with a bit of a limp and now runs up the floor. The club in the second half, inside to Sander, and he will draw the personal foul on Johnson. 3-point margin with less than 4 minutes to play. Back in just a moment.
Onions, mushrooms, pepperoni. Pepperoni, mushrooms, mushrooms. Pineapple sausage ham. Ham, cheese, pepperoni. Pineapple sausage, green pepper. Yes! Pepperoni, sausage, black olives. Mushrooms, onions, cheese. Mrs. Stevens. Mushrooms, ham, sausage. Green pepper, mushrooms, thank you.
The possibilities are endless with the 5-5-5 deal. 3 medium one-topping pizzas, $5 each. Get the door. It's Domino's.
Degree for men. 3 times the protection for men who take risks.
It'll relieve your symptoms and you'll sleep great.
I will.
You'll sleep like a baby or a lamb. You'll sleep like a little kitty cat. Like a log. You'll sleep like a log. Yeah, you'll sleep like
Like I would if I didn't have a roommate.
Like
NyQuil, the nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, fever, best sleep you ever got with a cold medicine.
The moment of truth. A choice to get up and keep on fighting. It's not about hype. You can't read it on paper. It's the second a team decides to believe. Seasons change, as do the faces, but the moment lies in wait, like the first trace of snow. Championships on ESPN, celebrating 100 years of the student athlete, the NCAA Centennial.
Scott Reese back in the studio. We are ticking down to Jamal Tatum in Southern Illinois taking on Northern Iowa in what could be basically an elimination game for at-large purposes. Huge game in the NBC. Tip time 2:05 Eastern after we finish up in North Carolina.
Thanks, Scott. And how good is the Missouri Valley Conference? 5 teams with an RPI in the top 50. And the Shockers currently sit atop the Missouri Valley, right with Creighton behind him. And these two teams are going to see play in a moment here from the SIU Arena. Northern Iowa and Southern Illinois are a game back tied for 3rd position in the conference. So that should be quite a barn burner out in Carbondale.
The last time we were in Carbondale, we had Southern Illinois and the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee. A couple of guys named Bruce Pearl and Bruce Weber were coaching. Whatever happened?
Whatever happened to those guys?
I thought they were impressive that day. That was a bracket college basketball. Thanks, ESPN.
Absolutely. 10 points now for that young man, Sander. And the margin back to 5.
He's only a 54% free throw shooter. That's senior day for you.
He is 4 for 4 today from the charity stripe. And there's Draper, who got it back out the hall, and they will just climb all over him. Matt McKillop defensively. Draper is short off the shot. Lawrence saves it back. And a great around.
What a save. Wow. What a great athletic move. Jackson has been very quiet today, and they need him to step up now.
And Brendan Winters, by the way, almost picked up his fifth personal foul up the court a moment ago. That turnover again now. And the College of Charleston could tie it up. And that went off the mark a little quick on the shot. And Hall gets it back. Great hustle by Johnson to get the rebound.
College of Charleston, just a little under 3 minutes. It's like, you know, they're shooting the ball like there's 4 seconds to go.
College College of Charleston has never led or tied today since we began the ball game. They have trailed the entire basketball game. There's Lawrence, who hit the three a moment ago, and he does it again, and we are all tied up for the first time this afternoon. Inside of 2.5 minutes to play here in Davidson, North Carolina, senior day. And the Cougars of the College of Charleston have battled back from 13 for Brendan Winters. If it's on 32, or check that could be, that is his 4th personal foul.
Well, all momentum has gone to a burgundy jersey. Davidson has just kind of been in control here, leading this parade without a sweat. And the tide has turned, and the Cougars very definitely now playing with confidence.
They had Winters listed with 4 a moment ago on the arena board here. Now that is 4 for the afternoon. All tied up, and as we approach the 2-minute mark, Judgment Day.
College of Charleston will be taking that, excuse me, Coach, they'll be taking that ball right at Winters, right at him with his 4.
14 points for Lawrence. That one is good. And they're going to call the personal inside as Sander was driving. He gets pushed. And how about the Cougars of that guy? Tom Harrigan's bunch have rallied to come from 13 down.
Incredible save. And the big fella, the sophomore, Jackson, who has not done much today, gets the score, and now they're hitting inside, outside. And again, we point to the last game for Davidson where they were in control and let it get away.
David Lawrence, 14 points all in the second half, and that critical rebound just a moment ago. First lead of the afternoon here in the Southern Conference. It is indeed Judgment Day. The winner of this game could get a share of the South Division title. And they're going to say that ball was that Drew Hall was dribbling down there, so it'll go over to Davidson.
Harrigan, who really believes his team is a good road team and has a record to speak to it.
And the Davidson College Wildcats led 53-40 with a 10-minute mark in the second half. They led by 13 in the first half, and Charleston cut it to 8 at halftime. It is a 23-7 run by the Cougars to go up by 3 here for the first time this afternoon. Well, Big Monday presented by Bud Light on ESPN and ESPN2 comes your way as the Panthers of Pittsburgh head to Morgantown, West Virginia. 7 o'clock on ESPN. 9 o'clock, it's Oklahoma State and Oklahoma. And at midnight on ESPN2, Boise State taking on Fresno State. Big Monday presented by Bud Light on ESPN and ESPN2.
I know I speak for many in the college basketball world. Eddie Sutton having gone through a very difficult time over the last couple of weeks. He's just a terrific guy, been through a tough time, and for him, his son is going to have a tough situation filling in under these circumstances, even though he is the heir designate.
Well, we learned from one of the best, and obviously we're talking about Eddie Sutton, the head coach of the Cowboys of Oklahoma State. They're a major part of what that triple header on Big Monday coming up, so obviously our thoughts go out to his family and what he is going through at this time. Here's a timeout situation, a reset here to show you that the teams with 2 will favor the Wildcats of Davidson. Davidson with 9 team fouls, and next will be in the double bonus.
Let's see where Bob McKillop goes now. Coming out of that timeout, it's going to say a lot about, is he going to change the defense? Is he going to change the emphasis on offense? He has completely lost the momentum, and you have to credit Charleston, who is now going zone.
20 Cougars of the College of Charleston over the last 8 minutes. And they have slowly and surely battled their way back into this ball game.
With their man-for-man, the College of Charleston has held their opponents to 28% from three-point range.
Inside, and Johnson just does get the finger roll. And a timeout by Bob McKillop for Davidson.
What a move, what a move. Number 22, Ian Johnson. He is not pretty. Again, Charleston electing, despite the fact that he's had a banquet down in there in the paint, electing to leave isolated one-on-one I think it's about time you double down on that guy and made him punch out a little bit, or at least do something different.
Ian Johnson, excuse me, Coach. Ian Johnson, 11 points on the afternoon, but he has been shut out in the second half. They've done a really nice job inside to keep him from being able to get that patented half left-handed hook shot off, which he was so effective with in the first half.
He had 9 at the adjustment, was terrific, but they snoozed a little bit on that one. And with 1:05 to go, there's no time for naps.
Well, if you're Tom Harriet and you've battled back and you have the lead now in the final minute on the visitors' home floor, how do you handle the last minute and 5 seconds?
Just like they got there, aggressive, assertive. This is no time to be looking at the clock. If you get cute right now at this point, you can really stifle your own team. Right now they're playing with big eyes and nostrils distended. Got to go with that.
Full court pressure. They could not get the basketball inbounds, and so Harriet will use one of his timeouts to talk it over. They get a 30-second timeout. If you just joined our coverage, it's been all Davidson. They have led the entire basketball game. The Wildcats on senior day here on their home floor in Belk Arena, up by 13. At the 9-minute mark of the first half, they're up again by 13. At the 10-minute mark of the second half, and in the last few minutes, a 23-7 run. 8 seconds has given the Cougars of the College of Charleston their first lead of the afternoon. That was at 63-60. And now it's a 1-point margin here in the final minute and 5 seconds to play.
Crucial stat, too, is that the Wildcats are a very good free throw shooting team. College of Charleston only 67%, and that may be a factor.
Final minute here of senior day. 7 seniors for Davidson trying to win their final game on the home floor. The survivor of that at the South Division, or a piece of the South Division title. Draper, he's the guy to the hot hand outside. Off the mark is Lawrence. And down comes McKillop with the basketball. 40 seconds to play. Wildcats down by a point.
As a kid in the backyard, senior day.
Kenny Grant, the senior from Lido Beach, New York, 3 points. His first 3 of the afternoon. And the College of Charleston Cougars will call a timeout with 27.7 ticks on the clock and trailing now by 2.
Looking back at that possession by College of Charleston, a great penetration by Dante Draper. A little quick shot from the corner, but then again, that's what got him back in the game. David Lawrence had it. Now here's Davidson under control. The 7 seniors wide open, not rushed, great follow through. I said when you're a kid shooting and you're thinking about your senior day, the last minute, those are the dreams being fulfilled right now. But Charleston has another crack.
And Kenny Grant couldn't have found a better time to get his first points of the afternoon. The senior guard from New York, who spent a year at Lafayette College and the last 3 at Davidson. He is known for being an unselfish basketball player. 6 nationally, averaging 6.4 assists per game. 3rd all-time in Davidson College history in dishing it out. But that shot from outside, his first 3 points today, puts the Wildcats back on top by 2. Once again, here's our reset. Davidson has 1 timeout. The College of Charleston are out of timeouts, and the possession arrow will favor the Wildcats. 1 senior on the floor for the College of Charleston. That's the senior point guard, Drew Hall. Dante Draper is the outside shooter, although David Lawrence has had the hot hand. And Lawrence will inbounds the ball.
Lawrence, only a 25% three-point shooter, has taken some big shots.
Here. They got Morton playing defense on Draper. Here's Draper for 3 from outside, off the mark, and the rebound is down by Kenny Grant. And he is fouled. So one of the smallest guys on the floor, Kenny Grant, gets the rebound. He hit the 3-pointer a moment ago to give Davidson the lead.
Yeah, this was a forced shot, and he shot it over Ian Johnson, the big man. Not a good shot under those circumstances. They really caught the front of the iron. No second shots. Nobody on the offensive board with authority for the Cougars. Remember now, I mentioned before, Davidson, very good free throw shooting team. Senior team coming down the stretch, home court.
Davidson #1 in the conference from the charity stripe, over 77%, 6th in the nation. And the officials want to look at the clock to take a look at that foul.
There's Draper again, going right. He and Johnson gave up on him and then came back at 6'10". May have affected his vision.
They want to see if the foul was on Josh Jackson, the sophomore center. If it is, and indeed he is fouled out. Yeah, they're looking at the time on the clock as well.
Looked like they lost that. They lost a few seconds here, it appears.
Great job by our officials, Steve Coleman, Brian Forte, and Bobby Pennington.
They settle on 17.6 remaining.
And Jackson has indeed fouled out, and Philip McCandies comes in to take over that power forward position here in the final seconds. Kenny Grant off the mark. And here come the Cougars, down by seconds to play. 10 seconds. Looking for Draper. Loses the basketball. 4 seconds. Draper trying to get the shot up and off the mark. Rebound down, put back, and this game is history. And the Wildcats of Davidson have held on Senior Day here in Belk Arena. Bob McKillop says goodbye to 7 seniors playing their final game on the home.
Ian Johnson with at the top of that zone was a real problem for College of Charleston. Draper really had a launch to get over it. A great coaching move by McKillop to put his size on top against the outside shooting Draper.
And as you watch that great rebound, Winters comes down, our Cisco Systems player of the game, Brendan Winters. Southern Conference Player of the Year, his number 16 points, 5 rebounds on the afternoon. Young man, second generation player. So once again, our final screen at Davidson 65, College of Charleston 63. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. And now Davidson, the Wildcats, still have a shot at a part of the South Division title. As we head back to the studio and join Scott Reese and Hubert Davis. Guys, take it away.
Dr. Jerry, thank you so much. And we are counting down to Ben Jacobson and Northern Iowa trying to stop their recent skid in Carbondale. Southern Illinois at the other end. Tip-off just a few minutes from now on ESPN2. Welcome in, everyone, to the post-game report. Scott Reese and Hubert Davis. Let's get you caught up on the goings-on around college basketball, beginning in the Big East with Syracuse and Georgetown. The Cuse looking to really punch their ticket as an at-large team, but Jeff Green working hard down low, the hoop and the harm, and he's a matchup problem at 6'9".
Yeah, he's a versatile power forward. Not only can he shoot the three, he can get points in the paint.
Here, Green showing he's a giver as well. Jonathan Wallace, Syracuse at the time. Hoyas up by 6, second half. Brandon Bowman, steal my sunshine, give it up to Darrell Owens. The Hoyas good in transition.
Yeah, they are. They share the basketball, but Darrell Watkins for Syracuse is keeping them in the game. 10 points in the first half.
And, well, not keeping them in the game anymore. Georgetown, in just the last 90 seconds, has blown this thing open 68-53. So the 23rd ranked Hoyas appear on their way to win number 10 in the Big East. Green, you see, with 18 points. We'll let you know how that one turns out. And Louisville, West Virginia underway. And speaking of teams trying to get off the schneid, the Mountaineers could build it right about now.
Yeah, they are. They're shooting too many three-pointers. They really need to get some points in the paint, but Louisville, they need a couple wins to even make the Big East tournament.
19-12 midway through the first half in West Virginia. Arkansas, Tennessee. C.J. Watson asked to wear number 53, honoring Tennessee great Bernard King today. And there it's Watson to Major Wingate, who has been a major force for the Vols in recent weeks. And then rejection back the other way, and Jonathan Monica lays it in.
Yeah, Arkansas, I think, has played themselves into the NCAA tournament.
Watson put it on the floor. Tough shot. This kid can really do it all, inside, outside. More from the Vols. Jawan Smith. Oh, step back three.
Crossover Thursday.
What do you have?
Let's add that one.
Thursday's our